the biggest problems in education today is students and teachers in the same classroom going through the same content at the same pace. This doesn't work for everyone. It works for few people actually. So what does AI do? AI comes in as a technology and helps the teacher, assists the teacher to better differentiate teaching. And this helps the student to have a personalized path in learning.
This is when we thought about the concept of an intelligent study buddy with whom the child can converse with, and they could ask all the questions that they are curious about and even clarify their doubts about in math and science concepts.
So Curio was conceptualized here in Abu Dhabi by a group of educators and content creators, technologists and product managers. An international team from all over the world came together to address a few different issues. The number one issue for teachers is the increasing amount of workload that they have to deal with in preparing for lessons, in marking papers for multiple students, for multiple dozens of students. So that's one of the first pain points that we wanted to address, is how do we leverage AI, how do we leverage technology in general to reduce the workload and let teachers do what they do best, which is teach.
Curio is a student study companion. Teachers can identify areas where students are struggling and recommend topics for science, mathematics, English, and Arabic. Keep track of their students' learning progress through easy-to-use, formative assessment tools and concept maps. Students can ask questions about a topic like,
what is photosynthesis?
Or clarify those pesky questions like,
why is the sky blue?
Learn topics and concepts step by step. Practice their knowledge through an adaptive learning system. Challenge their classmates to quiz games. And get rewarded for achievements and good study habits. Parents can keep track of their child's activity and performance and better engage with their child's learning journey.
So one technology that we use here is knowledge graphs, where we have a representation of the current knowledge of a student in any specific subject, whether it be maths or science, English, or even Arabic. And the interesting thing that we've done is we've connected those different subjects in a knowledge graph so that if a student is struggling with a specific concept in science, we can redirect them to learn something in maths.
In Curio, we use data on a daily basis. The importance of data in education, it's beyond imagination. In the past, teachers and students, especially parents, did not have access to data. Parents relied on teachers and schools and government organizations to produce reliable data. However, in the 21st century, we have access to huge amounts of data. We call it big data. So we focus a lot on the data analytics of students, so we can get real-time data of what the students are doing, so we can be proactive to improve the students' learning journeys.
Our objective is to build a holistic solution that can transform the K-12 education segment or the education landscape. And for this, we need to be talking to people who are passionate about education, passionate about teaching children, and will be giving us insights about what are the pain points that they are facing. And this is why we can call Curio a holistic solution that actually gives insights into the child's performance for their parents, the teachers, the school management team, so that they can help the child achieve the full potential.
So one issue that technology and education companies usually don't consider is the involvement of parents in the learning journey of their children. With Curio, just like a teacher, parent can receive activity notifications, understand where their children are struggling, and be able to provide some help based on that as well. One thing that AI can do in this situation is to be able to give me a low anxiety environment where I can independently ask a question. Yes, there is a lot of benefit to learning how to ask a question as part of a group, But there's a lot of benefit as well in being able to ask a question independently or individually to my study buddy, my study companion, as opposed to never asking a question at all. This is something that Curio offers, especially for science and maths, being able to pose a question that comes from the student and having Curio guide you through an answer.